What's up everyone, welcome to Play Infinite, and this is a video going through our impressions and thoughts of using the Xperia Play for one full week as our primary device. So just sit back and relax. Okay, so in general, this video is going to be very short. We do not have a lot of things to say. I just want to talk about my personal opinion and thoughts on this device, this very heavy and thick device called the Xperia Play. So my personal thoughts. Make sure to also check out our review of the hardware and software portion of the Xperia Play. You can check that out at our channel if you want to go into in-depth details and features of the Xperia Play. So first thing I want to start off, I really dislike these buttons at the bottom. In the review, we were fairly pleased with it, but when we actually got to using it for 1 week as our personal device, we did not find the buttons very good. One thing, these are hardware buttons, so I found myself clicking this button frequently when I put in my pocket, so it often it always gets clicked and it always ends up coming up like this. Another thing that I really hate is this power button, which I did mention in the hardware review. We mentioned the power button. It's very flushed into the device, so when I want to take it out of my pocket and quickly turn it on, I usually end up missing and like hitting somewhere here because it's hard to find that power button. Another thing that I want to know is that I also talked about this in our software review. It's the fact that the camera on the Xperia Play, the default camera, which is here, the default camera on the Xperia Play does not include uh, photo taking with the L button and the R button. So for me, it would be obvious because Xperia Play doesn't have a camera button. So it'll be obvious that Sony would have made this R button a camera shutter button, but they actually ended up not doing that. So that was really a really awful feature or awful setback of the Xperia Play in my opinion, because it's pretty obvious that there's a button right there, so why not just use it? So that you could, but you could overcome this issue by simply downloading an app from the Android market, also known as Google Play, now known as Google Play, called the Camera Mod, which you can see I'm running right there. So if you download the Camera Mod app, you could it enables you to focus with the L button and take a picture with the R button, which trust me, it produces so much better photos. Another thing I don't like about the Xperia Play is the thickness, the size in general. It is a very thick device, and you can probably see right here by the time by just for me holding it, it is a very thick device. But it does, what I do like is that it does fit nice into your hand because it is curved over here around the edges over here. So it does, when I'm holding it, it does feel really nice. Unlike other smartphones such as the Galaxy S2, which is like a boxed shaped phone, and it is sometimes, if you hold it for a very long time, it does get a bit uncomfortable. But the Xperia Play in general, it's a really nice device to hold, especially when you're in gaming mode, when you're actually playing a game like this. It does work well, and that's something that the thickness does. That's a good part of the thickness. It provides that better holding experience and comfort. It makes it more comfortable in general. So that's something good, but it's just when I put it in my pocket, this thing pops out like so badly. It's just it's really obvious to see when you put it in your pocket. It's huge. Even when you're carrying around, this doesn't look like a regular smartphone nowadays because it's really big. But it isn't a regular smartphone because it does have the PlayStation gaming pad. Besides that, I also want to mention that its front-facing camera, it's awful. It's a VGA camera. It's not used. You can't really use it that much. I'm getting a lot of blurry, jaggies and lines on it. It's not that good to use, anyways. And another thing I really dislike is this sensor up there. You could turn that off, however, but when I keep it on, it does often like counteract its purpose. So for example, right now when I'm in the room and I just put my finger right there, it'll instantly turn dark. See, as you can probably see there. And I really don't like that. It should automatically at least go slowly dark or something so I don't notice, but it's really awful. Like for example on the Galaxy Nexus, if I do block my finger there, it won't instantly turn dark like this. So see, you can probably see that on the video as well. It's just really weird. I don't know, that could be fixed with a software update, but we'll have to see about that. And besides that, overall, when I'm using the Xperia Play as a phone, it's fairly well. Except I have received complaints that my voice does seem a bit uh, high pitched, I guess, over the phone because of this Xperia Play. I'm not sure why, but that usually happens with most smartphones nowadays in the first place. And besides that, that's all I had to say. First impressions of the, I mean, not first impressions, final impressions, I guess, after 1 week of using the Xperia Play. In general, I would not use Xperia Play uh, as a daily device just because I'm not into the big thickness of this. But I am into PlayStation gaming, but I'm not that much of a gamer to play portable games on the go with a PlayStation pad. I'm fine with my touchscreen games like such as Angry Birds, which is most likely the only game I actually play on Android, on any smartphone for that matter. So I'm not really that much of a gamer on the go. I am a console gamer, but not on the go type of gamer because I don't see the hardcore games, I guess you would call it. And just to give you a point of reference of how thick the Xperia Play actually is, I'm going to bring up my Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 over here, which we did do a review for, so make sure to check out that review if you haven't already. Here's my Galaxy Tab 10.1, and here is the Xperia Play. I wanted to just give you a reference. So a tablet versus a smartphone, and you can see the smartphone is so much more thicker. A lot more thicker, actually. Even when I put it this side. See, the Xperia Play does have a human curvature design, as Sony calls it. So it curves around here and it goes around here. It's a nice curved design, and that's what makes it nice to hold in your hand. Even when you're playing like this, it's still nice to hold. And I guess that would be because of the thickness. And that also, one last point I want to say is that the weight of the Xperia Play it's just awful. So when I'm actually holding both of these together, the Galaxy Tab is a bit heavier than the Xperia Play. I'm talking about how it feels in general. It does feel heavier than Xperia Play, but a smartphone shouldn't be this heavy as Xperia Play is. It should be a bit lighter. And these are just some things that we didn't mention in our review, but we wanted to let you guys know about the Xperia Play. We've been using it as our main device for 1 week, and so far the software portion, everything's nice except for the camera. Actually, there's no lag, so that's something I really like about Xperia Play. There's no lag. Like, no matter what you do, it doesn't really lag. So that's something I like, even though it's on a single core processor. It's just that camera thing that really annoys me that they didn't include. It seemed pretty obvious that Sony should include that, but they just didn't. So that is the end. That brings us to the end of this video. It's just a quick video explaining our final impressions of the Xperia Play after use for 1 week constantly as our primary device. And that's the end of this video. So make sure to view our hardware and software review of the Xperia Play if you haven't already. And as well as make sure to check out our MacBook Pro unboxing video. We have the box right there, MacBook Pro unboxing video, our Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 review video, and that is it. We have a lot more videos. We have like 70 more videos. I guess you can check out those videos as well, but these are our main featured video at the time right now. So that's it, and make sure to also look out for our Galaxy Nexus and Galaxy Note unboxing and review videos as well. So make sure to subscribe to Play Infinite to get all these review videos automatically pushed to you guys, and like this video and leave any comments